Global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello, great people. Welcome back to Global Happenings. Today we're so excited to have you again. Today it was a different ball game in the presidential election petition court as Peter Obi and INEC seems to drop their own gowns. Talking about their legal luminaries, this almost dropped their own gowns to face each other squarely. It was the help of the judges that stopped what was almost turning out to be an altercation, a strong one for that matter. We're going to allow you, I'm going to give you full details of what transpired in court today, way because of one single man talking about the person of Yakubu Mahmoud, Professor Yakubu Mahmoud, whom LP really went after, and the lawyers had to come to his rescue. Let's listen to the full details of the news in a jiffy. The candidate of the Labour Party, Peter Obi, who alleged that the 2023 presidential election was rigged on Wednesday, accused the chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission, Professor Mahmoud Yakubu, of evading the services or the service of a witness summoned on him. Obi had, through his team of lawyers led by Dr. Levi Uzogu, senior advocate of Nigeria, obtained a subpoena to compel the INEC chairman to appear before the Presidential Election Petition Court (PEPC) sitting in Abuja. He wanted the INEC boss to not only testify before the court as a witness, but to equally produce and tender in evidence some sensitive materials that were used for the conduct of the presidential elections. At the resumed proceeding in the petition, he lodged to challenge the declaration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu of the ruling All Progressive Congress (APC) as the winner of the presidential contest that held on February 25th. Obi and his party told the court that all efforts to serve a copy of the subpoena on the INEC chairman failed, while lamenting the inability of his client to effect service of the summon of Professor Yakubu. Obi's late counsel, Dr. Uzo, senior advocate of Nigeria, said, my lords, I thought that by now we would have been through with the stage of tendering of documents. I have drawn the attention of the lead counsel to the INEC, Mr. Abubakar Mahmood, senior advocate of Nigeria, that the office of the chairman of the commission has consistently refused to accept subpoenas to produce certain documents in spite of efforts of bailiff of this court. The counsel graciously asked me to give him a copy of the subpoena, but I didn't have an extra copy to give to him. So he asked me to give it to any member of his team. My lords, because I still do not have an extra copy, I intend to give it and send to him once the proceeding of today is over. I'll take that again. Say, my lord, because I still do not have an extra copy, I intend to get it and send to him once the proceeding of this court is over. I am confident that he will do the needful for us to continue our case tomorrow. However, act by the allegation, the INEC, through the lawyer Mr. Kemi Pinero, senior advocate of Nigeria, accused Obi of always looking for who to blame for his failure. Pinheiro, senior advocate of Nigeria, while addressing the court, said he was not privy to any discussion that Obi's late counsel had with any member of the commission legal team. According to him, he said, my lords should take note that it has become a habit for the petitioner that whenever they want to seek for an adjournment, they must look for someone to blame. I was not privy to any discussion they had with our team leader because all the discussion have been open to members of our group. However, it cannot be true that the chairman of INEC refused to receive the subpoena in PDP's case. Subpoenas were served not only on the chairman but also on some national commissioner. My lords, should equally note that all avalanche of documents they have tendered so far, some of them were certified as far back as in March. Yet, every time they keep complaining that INEC refused to release documents to them. The submission that INEC refused to give documents to them with due respect to the learned counsel is not true. If they want to ask for an adjournment, they should do so and not attempt to use the INEC as a whipping board. I want to say for the records that it is not correct that INEC chairman refused to receive a subpoena. The chairman of INEC has no interest whatsoever. This allegation against him is most uncharitable. Though counsel for the petitioner, also Senior Advocate of Nigeria, maintained his position and urged the court to verify from its belief if the INEC chairman did not refuse service of the subpoena. However, the Justice Haruna Samani-led five-member panel urged restraint from both parties. There is no need to quarrel over this issue. If the subpoena was refused, counsel know what to do. We should remember that after this case, we will still see each other in court. So let us not allow issues like this to destroy bond of friendship. The chairman of the panel, Justice Samani, cautioned the senior lawyers. Following a no objection stance by Chief Wole Olanikpekun, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, who appeared for President Tinubu, as well as by counsel for the APC, Mr. Folabi Fashion, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, the court adjourned further hearing on the matter till Thursday. Meanwhile, the petitioner had earlier on in the proceeding on Wednesday tendered in evidence before the court copies of printout of the result of the presidential election from 7 states of the federation, which they downloaded from INEC IREF portal. The printout, which the petitioner said were duly certified by INEC, were from 20 local government areas in Benue State, 25 local government areas in Niger State, 17 local government areas in Edo State, 20 local government in Bauchi State, 8 local government in Bayelsa State, 8 local government in Gombe State, and 21 local government in Kaduna State. The petitioner equally tendered in evidence bundles of printout from unlinked or council LGAs in the state. Though all the respondents in the matter objected to the admissibility of the document, the Justice Samani-led counsel admitted them in evidence and marked them as exhibit. The court further admitted in evidence a certificate of compliance for certified exhibits from 28 states of the Federation, including the Federal Capital Territory, FCT, Abuja. It will be recalled that Obi, who came third in the presidential election, has indicated the intention to call 50 witnesses within the 3 weeks that was allocated to him by the court. Wow, this is really interesting, I must say. It's expected, those level of wahaha, because you cannot be frustrating my move of getting my case well planned out and also getting the required victory. I expected that the INEC chairman would hold his stunt, and I'm shocked to see the council refusing and also objecting to the accusation. The truth is, we've seen this character of the INEC chairman distancing himself from certain things that he boldly said. We could still remember, if we look back, he promised Nigerians that everything will be live, everything will be uploaded live immediately after the election. But that was not what happened. So even right now, whatever accusation or whatever issues that are brought up against him by Peter Obi legal personalities, I believe them 100%. Why? Because he has not shown any element of integrity in the last few months after the election. He failed Nigerians, and there is nobody that would trust him any longer. Whatever that is said about him, people will believe. But that altercation, for me, it was uncalled for, just as Samani had rightly said. But tomorrow, we are waiting to see the witnesses come in to testify. That's what we'd like to leave it. Go to our comment section.